fascinating role in two major Chinese festivals: the 15th day of the first lunar month of the Chinese calendar, also known as the Chinese Lantern Festival, and the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, also known as the Mooncake Festival. The latter festival, which some non-Chinese locals refer to as Pesta Tanglong, is celebrated in grand style by all Malaysians with lantern competitions, mooncake making demonstrations, and street processions.
This time-honored festival takes place on the 15 days of the first month of the Chinese calendar, known as Chang'e among Malaysians, particularly among Penangites. The festivities takes place under the full moon and mark the end of the Chinese New Year festivities.
There are many legends about the origin of the Lantern Festival, and one of them credits the lantern with saving an entire village from being burned to the ground by a vengeful god.
Upon the advice of a kindly celestial being, the village folk lit lanterns throughout the village, so that from up in heaven, it looked as if the entire village below was in flames. The Jade Emperor was fooled, and the village was spared from a fiery end. From that day on, so the legend goes, Chinese people celebrate the anniversary of their deliverance by carrying lanterns of different shapes and colors through the streets on the first full moon of the year.
The Mid-Autumn or Mooncake Festival falls on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month of the Chinese calendar. Traditionally, it is celebrated to signify the end of the harvest season. Because lanterns are used during the festivities, it is also referred to as the Lantern Festival in some parts. The Mooncake Festival is quite a major one in Malaysia. Here, the Chinese celebrate the festival with family gatherings, prayers to deities and ancestors, and serving of mooncakes and lighting of lanterns.
The gifts of mooncakes in different varieties are presented to family and friends. To foster closer ties with the Chinese, the Malaysian Ministry of Culture and Tourism often celebrates the festival on a grand scale with events taking place in several states, plus numerous lantern competitions and processions. During this time, shops in Penang will be busy assembling lanterns out of coloured cellophane paper, mostly red and yellow, for these are auspicious colours, wire and paint. The lanterns assume various shapes that children will love, from cartoon heroes du jour to a carnival of animals. Hung outside shops by the score, they serve the same purpose as colourful barber poles, beckoning all to come, see and buy.
There are several stories to explain the Mooncake Festival. A Chinese mythological legend tells us of a certain woman called Chang'e, who, in her quest of immortality, drank her husband's share of rare and precious elixir. The act transformed her into an immortal, and she found herself floating towards heaven.
Fearing that she'll be reprimanded by the gods for her selfish misdeed, she decided to make an unscheduled stop on the moon. Upon arrival, she found the place to be desolate, except for a hare under a cashew tree. Her powers had abandoned her, and she was doomed to keep her lonely vigil till the end of time. And since then, she has been fondly associated with the Mooncake Festival, and some mooncake boxes even feature a drawing of Chang'e's ascension to the moon.
The mooncake has also earned a place in Chinese history for playing a key role in overthrowing the Mongols. Secret messages hidden in mooncakes subtle rebellion, which eventually led to the fall of the Mongols.
Legend has it that Chang'e was a beautiful and kind woman, and husband Houyi was a brilliant archer. During the time, thousands of years ago, when there were 10 suns, the earth could not endure the smoldering heat. To save the earth, Lord Archer Houyi shot down 9 of the 10 suns, leaving behind just one.
Houyi was respected as the Earth's hero and received an elixir of immortality from the Queen Mother of the West as a reward for saving the Earth and its people. However, the elixir was only enough for one person, and Houyi didn't want to gain immortality without his beloved wife, so he did not consume it straight away, but let Chang'e keep it with her.
But one day, one of Houyi's students, named Pingming, tried to steal the elixir from Houyi when Houyi wasn't home. In order to protect the elixir, Chang'e drank the elixir of immortality. She then flew to the moon, leaving her husband behind. Houyi was heartbroken when he was told what had happened to Chang'e. He surprisingly discovered that the moon was extremely bright that night. He caught sight of a swaying figure that was exactly like Chang'e. Then he displayed the fruit and cake that Chang'e had enjoyed to convey to Chang'e that he missed her. Moved by their true love, the mother of the moon allowed Chang'e to reunite with Houyi every year on the full moon of the 8th lunar month. Now that's only one version. There are so many versions to this story. Another version tells that Chang'e actually stole the elixir. Okay, she drank, and then after that, she became a frog. So I hope you all will do some research and find out more. But do you know the story behind the rabbit and the moon? 3 immortals reincarnate themselves into 3 poor old people and bake food from a fox, a monkey, and a rabbit. The fox and the monkey both gave food to the immortals. However, the rabbit did not have any food. It then said to the immortals, "You can eat me," and jumped into the fire. The immortals were so moved by the rabbit and sent it to the moon to become an immortal jade rabbit. Ever since then, the Chinese jade rabbit stays in the moon palace to accompany Chang'e. Isn't that interesting?
但愿人长久，千里共婵娟。中秋
节快乐 Happy Mid-Autumn Festival!